Come see the brand new Mechanicum Macrocarid Explorator from Forge World. What's up, hobby maniacs? Rob Baer back again with you today with something different. This is basically the Mechanicum's Land Raider, for a lack of a better term. This is a 30k vehicle, playable in games of Warhammer 30k, aka Horus, Heresy. Now, they say the rules for this is in the Tagmata Army List book, aka the Red book, but actually my digital version hasn't updated itself yet, which is kind of sad. I might have to contact them, but it is in the book, what is it, book 6 Retribution. So we do have a copy of the rules here to share with you guys. Now, this is actually a pretty big model, believe it or not. Like, everybody kind of saw it, didn't realize how big it was. It's actually kind of chunky. We'll break it down and kind of show you all the parts here in a minute. And they did a wonderful job wrapping this bad boy up. But let's jump in and take a look at the instruction manual first. Now, this is one of those great full color manuals that comes from them, so it really makes it a lot easier than the old days where it was just like a Xerox copy. It's like, here you go, good luck guys, thanks. I guess we'll make it work. But here you can see the exploded view of the Explorator itself. Lots of things that sound the same today. You can kind of tell how it goes together. Obviously, it's designed on the computer these days. You got all these great cutouts and everything that's very easy to do with, I think they use ZBrush, or maybe they use Studio Max. I'm actually not sure now what the Forge World guys use. But you can kind of see how it goes together. You got a left and right hatch. Both of those are the access points there. It's got a slew of weapons and things, kind of depending on where it's at on the gun or the vehicle itself. I think you got a Volkite carbine somewhere here. Let's see. It doesn't say. It's just like left cover. Graviton imploder. That's that stuff in the front, because remember, this is kind of like a mining vehicle a little bit, which would make a really great theme for using Gene Stealer cults. No, they don't. We'll see the rules in a minute. Oh, the Mauler bolt cannon, of course, is right up there. That's usually your point defense kind of weapon. And they got a little like organic little servitor dude that kind of mans the gun up there. I think he goes on the back of it. But here's basically how it goes together. Now, for the most part, it does have the tread all the way around it, except for this piece back here, which doesn't seem too bad in theory. A lot of these areas look to be very flush, and they're just planes that kind of go together. Here you can see the whole fuselage assembly itself, or the chassis. I guess it's not really a plane. Got your exhaust stacks, some of your prow in the front here, and then the Mauler bolt gun cannon, point defense up on the top. The Graviton imploder mount is a little bit different, and that's what the little dude attaches to right there. And then all the pieces kind of go together, and then you've got the IRAD. Oh, you can have... Yeah, I guess it is the IRAD. That's the only option there. And then you have last cannon assembly on the front, and then the little engine frame crossbar kind of thing that protects the back engine. And that's pretty much it. 24 steps doesn't seem too bad in theory, right? Then you got the servitor that goes up top there with the man and 2 guns on the 1s and 2s, kicking it. So let's take a closer look at the parts, which, like I said, were packaged very well. And this nice little bubble wrap. Boom. So got a couple of panels, little big chunks and some little chunks, and of course the little inspection paper. Now these right here are the halves to the sides of the chassis. Let's open those up and give you guys a good look, because these things are big, and once you see it, you're gonna be like, oh, that's right on the line with a Sakaran tank, believe it or not. Then that's very big. Once you build the fuselage, though, it's actually going to extend outwards and backwards from it, so you can add a couple of inches. So it's roughly about this size, give or take, depending on the diagrams there. So it's going to be a little bit bigger than the Sakaran, more on lines with the Land Raider, which is an interesting comparison because this is basically the Mechanicum Land Raider. Now you can see great detail in here on all the treads, all the wheels and everything, all the studs, the hatch work, all the stuff up here with the trim and everything. It's really spot on. Even the frames right here, you can tell are done on the computer, like point A, point B, and then down the middle there to get that airflow. And of course they fill up to the very corners on the, notice by these gates right here on the back tread. Look at the tread. Like, this is nothing you can do by hand and simulate it all the way going up. Like, that's something that you need computers for, and it's really cool to see. So there's that, and now you can see some of the parts in here, like the back tread piece is going to go on and cover up that area on the back of both of those that we just showed you. Now, they are notched. They go on a certain way, so you don't have to worry about that, or I guess messing that up. There's your exhaust manifolds. Definitely a right and left. They just switched to the inverse. Then you got some of the prow pieces, the engine assembly, little servitor guy right there, very cool. Some wires, some of the mount for the bolt mauler, more engine pieces, the graviton imploder, mounts for the imploder. There's the mauler bolt gun itself. Then you got all the other pieces, all the other mounts, the little fiddly bits for the servitor right there, and then lots and lots more stuck grills, all sorts of things, and the mauler, or not the mauler, the graviton imploder. The twin latch cannons go on each side of the front, and those things, I forgot what those are called because I didn't even know they were on there, honestly. Oh, and here's the other little arm to the servitor. Okay, and then the really big chunks are very easy to take a look at. These look really cool. I really like the styling of those. Here's the maul, or the prow on the front. Remember that kind of drapes over the front of it. And there's the top, kind of like the hood with the hood ornament, the big hoodie. And then some big chunks. Chunk 1, chunk 2. That's the engine block in the rear. Where can we put this so you can see it? So this is like the mid fuselage, the rear fuselage, and the front. This being the front, where the two halves of the chassis actually attach, right? And then you've got the top and bottom of the front that looks to lock together and go not there. Does it go here? Looks like it goes here. So that's your middle assembly. Yep, it does. So that's your middle assembly. Everything's notched to go together the right way, so you don't have to, worry about, oh, I glued it down wrong or something like that. And then back here's the engine detail and all that stuff. Kind of very much looks like a Land Raider almost, and that's where the covers go right here. Whoop. Just like that. So it's a very cool kit. I think it's $90 or 90 pounds retail, so about 120 US if you're really into that sort of thing. It's kind of hard to say how useful it is because I'm not super into games of 30K. Slide all this out of the way. Pick it up in a minute. I wanted to go over the rules with you all. Like I said, my update, my copy of the digital rules has not updated, so we're going hard copy, baby. So 195 points, 14, 14, 14, 4 hull points, ballistic skill 4. It's got all those weapons we talked about there, including, where are they? Maybe it's an upgrade. That's why I didn't know they were with that. Okay, the plasma fusel. So they give you that option, or the rad cleanser. Okay, all right. So I totally forgot those came on it, but it does come with the last cannon. That's the 5 points there, or the conversion beam or the graviton imploder goes on top, which you already saw. That's this mamma jamma. And then I can exchange some of the stuff here, like you can take the Mauler bolt cannon for free, which you almost want to, or you can get the 2 irradiation engines. Actually, I think, yeah, that's the stuff in the front right there. Okay, that makes more sense. All right, I should have done a little bit more research about this particular area here. I apologize. I thought I knew how it was equipped because of all the rumors and stuff that had come out. And then it does come with the Explorer Augury Web. We've seen that in the past on the Land Raider Proteus, I believe, and that just kind of messes with reserve rolls. You can have 2 different modes where your stuff you can re-roll, or you can force the opponent to be neg 1. It does also come with a servo rig, which is a weapon in and of itself. 3-inch range, strength 8, AP 2, heavy 1. It's basically like a kind of like a shock prow that just kind of goes goes around it, but it's like it's supposed to be like little flailing kind of like arm things. I guess they didn't represent it on the model, but there's a couple of pictures in here of it, and it looks pretty dope. But that's pretty much how it works. Comes with a machine spirit, extra armor, the augury scanner. Don't have the hot link here. I don't know what that does. I am not 100% on 30K in general, but I can tell you what most of this stuff does. That's why I like the digital version, because I can just click on it and be like, oh yeah, I've read that before, I know what that does. But the fact that some of the stuff is across different books, it makes it a little difficult sometimes. And I don't know if that special rule is in here or if it's in, you know, the Tagmata army list itself. So we're not going to worry about that one. I'm sure somebody will drop it in the comments exactly what it does, and we appreciate it when you guys fact check us and catch us on those things that are helpful for everybody watching the video. So there it is. It is it is a heavy support choice. So you can take it, you know, basically build it on whichever age the darkness battle you're playing. Or I guess it's battles in the Age of Darkness, depending on which one you're going to run with, because there's all sorts of different options depending on the missions you want to play and what book you're going to play them out of, etc., etc. But, you know, if you're just going normal force org, it's a heavy support, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So that's it for this one. Please definitely leave any comments, errors, omissions in the comments box below, just so we can all be in the know, because we all can't be experts on this stuff.
Deleted scenes, bonus content, and all the interviews and post-game wrap-up videos can be located in the Hall of Veterans on thelongwar.net. Visit thelongwar.net today and try a week completely free with no strings attached. That's not all. Thelongwar.net is also your hobby resource for exclusive early access with an ad-free experience to all your favorite videos. Members of the Hall of Veterans gain early exclusive access to multiple hobby videos.